a special candy and solitaire video. Tonight, as promised, we have some saltwater taffy for an hour. You guys and gals surprised me in that one. You completely destroyed that challenge way quicker than I thought. So, here it is, the 1 hour saltwater taffy special. And I'm gonna be enjoying every second of this. And I hope you do too. Alright. So let's deal out to our first game. And just for the fun of it, let's throw out another challenge. Now this one might be a little bit tough. So, since last time you just completely went past it, way quicker than I thought, we're gonna make it 1,000 likes, and we'll do a 3-hour candy and solitaire video. Now, I have no idea what candy I'll get for that, but trust me, I'll make it pretty sweet. And with all of that being said, let's just relax, hang out, and have some candy and solitaire. Let's start with a nice blue one. I'm guessing we're gonna go through quite a bit of these too. Very interesting start. I don't care what the flavor is. It's tough to beat. Blue saltwater taffy. I think that and the cotton candy types are some of the best out there. Okay, what color should we go for next? I'm surprised we're this far, honestly, with the triple kings and what was triple tens. Let's go the purple color. Which one looks the best to you? And I swear, if I see this answer, I know which one of yous are crazy. That first one was a 9 out of 10. That one, 8 out of 10. The thing that makes them so good is they're not too sweet. And they have a soft texture. Pretty good start to our night. Ultimately, just a little bit short. Now we're for the 9, 6, or 10. No plays left on the field. So let's move on to our second game. descriptive. If you've ever had a Wendy's chocolate frosty, or let's say a pretty light chocolate milkshake, then that is exactly what's inside of that piece. Easy, 9 out of 10. And I usually don't like chocolate flavored, non-chocolate, you know what I mean? It's hard to get right. Okay, after this next little go through, we'll have our next piece. A red 9 would be pretty good for us right now. Okay. Let's go. The orange one. Now, I didn't give it too much love the first time, but that's actually not too bad. It's pretty spot on to the flavor. I usually don't like it, but we'll give it a solid 7. Whatever was missing last time was here, and it came in with a presence, as it looks like. That's the end to our second game. No plays left on the field, none to make there. Little bit of tough luck so far, but we'll turn it around eventually. Don't you worry. Let's see which cards were left unturned this time. That one didn't feel as bad, so I don't expect to see a triplet. Well, never mind. Triple 9s. Let's try. Let's see. Let's go cinnamon. To start off this next game. I think cinnamon anyway. That is incredibly rare. Well, this game doesn't look like it's gonna go too well, but you know, we like to fight. very underrated candy flavor. Like, I think no one goes to the store. For the most part, I do, but I don't think anyone else does. Go to the store and look for a cinnamon candy. Or like a hot tamale. Like when you go see a movie, chances are you don't have a box of hot tamales. But when you have a hot tamale, you're like, damn, this is pretty good. Same idea behind cinnamon gum. You don't really seek it out, but if you so happen to get some, you're not that disappointed, you're actually pleasantly pleased. So with that, going into that flavor, it's an 8.5. It really hits all the notes right. It kind of shies away from the sweetness, which is a nice break compared to other pieces. So yeah, solid right there, as it looks like the quadruple tens kept us from doing anything in our third game. As there's nowhere for that 5, 3, jack, 8, 5, or jack. So quickly, on to our next game. Might as well see if there's anything extra nasty hiding this time. Triple Queens, the Killer Queens, with the triple sixes, our most common triplet combo. Alright, this is our game to come back. What do you say? And I think we will try out the yellow and green one next. We'll do it after we deal out this next game. Can't have too much taffy too quickly. Gotta pace yourself. We all want to keep both of our feet nice and neat. We don't want to separate our meat, is what I'm trying to say. Lots of diamonds. I was about to say, if those were all diamonds, that is also... Oh, it wasn't. A heart. My bad. Lots of red. Alright, here we go. I swear, when you first taste that, it's like it's banana, but that time, you quickly get some tang, and it becomes a pear flavor. And if we're going off the basis of pears, like flavoring accuracy, it's pretty close stinking good. So we'll give that a solid 8 as well. Very enjoyable. But besides that, these games have been really, really tough. I wonder. Ooh, let's see if we can get the Red King instead. 5. Alright, after this, we'll try out the white and black flavor. No play left on the field. On to our next game. Alright. By show of hands, or blankets in this case, how many of you actually like black licorice? And if you do, you are in the minority. Triple fours, quadruple fours, and that looks to be it. My oh my, still tough luck. Anyway, I was never really a fan of black licorice. Too often it would be very bitter, peppery, and somehow spicy, even though that makes like no sense. It's pretty much an assault on your taste buds, and that's not a nice way to put something. But the way they've done this black licorice flavor is very pleasant. You get that black licorice-ness initially, and then it's like, you know what? I'll back out for a bit, let you enjoy it. And it gets a little soft for a while, and just when you finish up, it comes back and it says, hey, I was here. And you're like, yeah, you were here. And you know what? You should come back, because I was of some chocolate, which isn't bad. And then for about 15 seconds, you're flirting with some strawberry. And it's a fun flirt. It comes and goes. It's a little sweet, and then at the end, you get a nice, smooth wash of vanilla. All in all, it's not the best for what it is. Let's see. I think a 7.5 will do. Definitely not upset one bit. There we go. That's a nice looking game for us as we now finally earn a fat stack here. And I think that was every flavor of taffy, except for now, or for the rest of the video, I should say. More of a laid back and relaxed, no more taste testing or analysis as we get our second fat stack. And I believe that was our third play, so we cannot touch that too. And let's just enjoy a nice blue. We have just won our first game of the night as we put down that 3. And we await our next turn for our jack. Stack up on some 4s, a 5, throw over that 6, 8. My friend, we just did it. Our first win of the night in a pretty dominating fashion. So let's have a chocolate while we stack this up and get our victory shuffle going. All 4 suits in order, ace to king, and let's do our shuffle. Nice start. Let's see if we recover. Yes, we do. Not too bad. Alright, let's give this deck one more game, and then we'll move on to our other for our second half hour of the night. This is so fun. I hope you know I'm enjoying this like crazy. And I hope you are too at this point. But get to sleep, why don't you? This will be here tomorrow for you. Right when we're done with this, we'll go for another purple. I think that sounds pretty good right now. One more soft shuffle. Get a purple, and let's begin our last game with the Slurpee deck. And by the way, such a lovely deck, isn't it? Taffy is so tasty, but the only thing, it gets stuck in your teeth. Have you ever had those, I think, Wonka Laffy Taffies as a kid, or even now? Those things are just in a world of their own. And those jokes, my gosh. Alright, anyway, let's focus at on the game at hand. And we'll go cinnamon next. I'm honestly surprised with this game. As we get another fat stack to our left, and if we can get a black 7 and a black queen, we could probably get something cooking. There is a black 10, but that's not what we're looking for. There we go, another ace will never hurt. There we are. So try as we might, we are ultimately just a bit short on this one. So let's clean up our final game with this deck and move on to our other little treat. But let's see which cards were left unturned this time. Triple twos. That's a rare one. Alright, let's put these back in their box. And bring out the pink Japan deck. This is one of my favorite simpler design decks that we have. Just look at that color scheme of pink and black with a nice little variation on the coloring of the face cards and that back color. When I think of saltwater taffy, the first colors I think of are light blue and light pink, shortly followed by green with the red for watermelon. I wish they had some watermelon in here. I might actually die if they did. Okay, it looks like the deck was fairly shuffled up, so let's deal this game straight away and go back with a blue. Let's go with another one of these. It actually sounds pretty good right now. I think this first game with this deck was very mean to us, because I think we're done already. So not many plays, nowhere for that queen. 5, 4, jack, 5 once again, king, and lastly 9. 3 aces, 1, 2, no play made, and that makes me very curious for what's left underneath this one. sixes and queens leading the pack. And twos don't happen all too common at all. And that's because twos can play fairly easily off of any card. For example, aces or threes. And they're the lowest common denominator for all plays when you think about it. So the fact we went back-to-back games with the triple twos, pretty freaking weird. But enough of that. Let's see if we can get ourselves another win in this one. And let's go black licorice. If I can find it. Honestly surprised we've come back this much so quickly in this game. It felt like we had no chance at all. But now, look at us making some plays, having some aces down. Make that all of the aces down. Let's see if we can make it pay off, despite the triple kings to start this one. Alright, let's go strategic and go with this stack. Just in case we can make a play here, we might open up a spot for this king, but they'll have to wait only momentarily. Alright, That's amazing. But I'm just happy we played as much as we did. I swear we have one more win in us. You know what? I'm gonna go for another pear. Because that's one of the flavors you can have back to back. Since it's kind of subtle. And it leaves a refreshing taste in your mouth. So one more shuffle. Pop in a pear. End game. I even know what number. Just the next one up. That is very interesting. So, in the pear, you can see there is some green and some yellow in the flavor. But that last one was all yellow, no green. And I thought to myself, wouldn't that be neat if it just tasted more like banana? But I thought, no, it's probably all the same flavoring, just with some different coloring. But, as you would assume, there actually isn't any pear flavoring without the green, which is actually really neat. And I love myself some banana. And that really hit a good spot. I really want to go for another, but let's go cinnamon to refresh our palate. Wow, that worked out just perfectly for us. Let's go this one. As we get ourselves another fat stack, I believe maybe our fifth, something like that. And this is our third play, so that two must wait. Alright, tough spot here. We have all aces, but we're missing some kings. And I think those kings are the key pieces we need to go at 7. So just narrowly missing a victory. Oh, wait a second. Come on. Let's hope for a pink king. Dang it. Let's bring this back. Throw down that 6. And we're in a different spot here. A king. There's our pink king. Now let's see if we can get our black king. Not yet. Black king. That makes things much harder, as we are now stuck with a pink 7. So let's see if we have what it takes to win this one, as it's gonna be close. 5, so we know one of those is a king. But what is the other card is the question. 7, okay, it's a 7 of diamonds, so we must keep the clubs and diamonds together. So we'll go for the spades and the hearts. Spades and the hearts. That, I think, that might be just lucky enough for us to win this. And you know what, my friend? We just did. As there's our final king, our 7 of diamonds. And we just barely won our second game of the night in a huge comeback fashion. Let's hear it. Come back, kids. As we have all of these spades in order ace to king, along with all of the clubs. Next, the hearts, followed by the diamonds. So each deck has given us a win so far. Let's see how our victory shuffle turned out. Not bad, all of the pinks together. Very similar starts. Let's do one more to see if we could get any sets of 4. 4 kings, 4 queens, jacks, little hiccup, and that looks to be it. But still, all the royalty. Let's shuffle up, for it might be our last game of the night. And let's go back to good old blue. It's so tough to complain about that candy. go with the pair minus the pair. Black 5. Almost. It's a good looking game. If we can get down some kings and a black 10, we are definitely in business. But that is a fairly large if, as there is one king. Black 5, come on. There we go. Another fat stack to our left. Black 10. Let's go. That is perfect. As now we are in a position to maybe celebrate. But let's not get ahead of ourselves, as there's still a lot of work to do. So black 6, pink king. There is our pink king. Alright, let's go. Ooh, chocolate sounds good right now. Another fat stack. Okay, so we know for a fact underneath one of these 5 cards is a king. And we will just have a chance, only one, to see if we get that king. And if we get that king, I think we just won it. Okay, it is time to fight. We're not gonna play that. So let's see where this will take us. Let's just keep our current hand and see what happens. Alright. Last chance at a king. Can we get it? Oh, it appears not. Okay. So we need the clubs, which we can't get. So spades, and it looks like hearts once again will give us our best chance moving forward. I think we have to flip it. it doesn't even matter at that point. 3 cards away from wrapping up our 3rd win. But you know what? We can't complain about that. We were in it until the last second. And that is it for this special candy and solitaire video. I hope you enjoyed. Once again, we will be doing a 3-hour special. If we can get to 1,000 likes, just a simple like, it will be a good one, I'll promise you that. And what else? I think that's it. So I hope you enjoyed. That will be it for tonight. Lots of taffy down. And with that, my friend, please have yourself a relaxing remainder of your night. Many, many sweet dreams. And until we meet again, please stay safe and eat your food.